Hi there! So, you may be wondering why I'm making a video about drawing furries. Well, I'm not sure. I'd like to know as well. I'm not a furry and I don't aspire to be a furry artist. Though, I do hear it pays well. So I think it began when I started learning art. Most of my friends joked about me becoming a furry artist. And after all this time, it's kind of been inceptioned into my mind that I should learn how to draw furries. Most of them are in tech too, so maybe they're secretly furries and they want a personal furry artist. But I have my own personal reasons as well. I have no idea how to draw animals, but I can draw people pretty well, so I figured learning to draw furries could be a good midpoint to learning how to draw animals. My logic makes sense. Shut up. You know what? Maybe we'll find out why I'm doing this together. Anyway, I've made a video about drawing noses, a video on drawing hands, and I've done a bunch of feet practice for a video that will never happen. So I'm ready to draw furries. You know, because they're known for their human-like noses, hands, and feet. All I'm missing are the ears, but ears are simple. First draw this shape, 1, 2, 3, add some shading, and bam, you have an ear. So, I got this book on how to draw furries from one of my tech friends. I'm not sure why. The cool thing about this book is that it's focused on how you should think about drawing furries, and not just a simple step-by-step. One example of this is the legs. Most animals have digitigrade legs, and this book shows how to adapt this feature to fit a bipedal creature by comparing it to human anatomy. Reading through this book, it's cool to learn that the anatomy of an animal is not so different from a human's. It's just differently applied, which means all that time practicing feet was actually useful. Okay, I should probably address the feet. I originally planned to make a feet video as a follow-up to the hand video, but I chose not to. Why? Well, because feet people are weird. Look, I don't kink shame. You can enjoy whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. I mean, without consent. Yay! But feet people are like extra weird. Look, back in college, my best friend worked at the computer lab, and one day he found a flash drive someone forgot. Out of curiosity, he hooked it onto a computer to check it out. Now, if you're ever in this situation, don't do this. This is an invasion of privacy and the flash drive might have malware. Just put it in the lost and found. Anyway, inside the flash drive was a pirated version of every single One Piece episode. Oh my god! Okay, yeah, that was a joke. It was pictures of women's feet, because of course it was. No flash drive has enough memory to store all the One Piece episodes. But here's the thing. This was a collection of thousands of uncompressed high-resolution images of feet. And this dude was just carrying it around. In public. Dude, look. I have a thing for long necks and limbs, but you don't see me carrying around a flash drive of now I save pics everywhere I go. I keep them in a suspiciously inconspicuously named folder on my desktop like a normal person. To this day, I've wondered about the circumstances surrounding this flash drive. Scenario 1. This dude wanted to look at their collection of feet pics in a public computer lab. Sorry for being a prude, but I don't think public school resources are the appropriate place to be viewing your fetish materials. But maybe that's just me. Scenario 2. This person was finding more pics for their collection. Again, using the public computers in a school computer lab. Somehow this feels worse than scenario 1, like this guy would be sitting there, sifting through even more feet pics to find ones that excite them enough to add to their collection. Like, please, just get a laptop. Scenario 3, it's a good luck charm. Like a rabbit's foot, except instead of a rabbit, it's a human, and instead of one foot, it's thousands of feet pictures. The guy must have needed a lot of luck. I kind of feel bad he lost it. And he can't get it back anymore because my friend kept it. Maybe he's into feet too. Bad best friend. That was a bad move. Thanks for the story though. Anyway, besides this book, I also have a collection of furry art on Pinterest. For this video, not for me. I'm not a furry. I'm using this collection to explore styles and make one for myself, okay? Again, not because I want to be a furry artist. I'm not doing this to become a furry artist. Actually, why am I doing this? Do I actually want to draw furries? And why did my friend think a furry book was an appropriate birthday gift? And why did I actually use it? I have a confession to make. The real reason my friend gave me this furry book was because it was a jab at me being a closeted furry, which like, isn't true. We were talking about character crushes and I said mine were Morrigan from Dragon Age, Yoruichi from Bleach, and Hollow from Spice and Wolf, and he was like, oh, so characters that can all transform into animals. Are you a furry? What? No, I like them for their character. They're compelling. Well, except for Yoruichi, who more or less made me realize I was attracted to women back when I was a prepubescent boy watching Toonami on Cartoon Network when cable television was still a thing. Okay, whatever you say, you closet furry. Hey, that's not fair. I have other characters I like too, like Keyleth from Vox Machina. What are you doing? Wait, stop! No! Guys, I swear I'm not a furry. I maybe have an inclination towards shapeshifting girls, but that's all. I'm not into animals. I just think the animal forms are a plus. Like, wouldn't you want to be with someone who can also transform into a dog? Cause now you also have a dog, and this one would have a human lifespan. Or better yet, she can turn into a giant spider and just bite my head off. I'm not crazy, I swear. I said I'm not. I've been learning about furries over the last year. Segue. I've been learning more about furries over the last year to overcome my preconceived notions of them, and I've learned a lot about the community, particularly with how positive, inclusive, and friendly they are. Also, personas are not some weird fetish thing, but rather a character they can slip into, similar to cosplay. Anyway, I asked you guys before for your personas so I could draw them, and I'm glad some of you guys responded. But reading through your submissions, I realized I still have misconceptions. The personas you guys have were surprisingly plain, and that's not a bad thing. They were more down to earth and relatable, personal if you will, and in all my learning, I missed that fundamental element of personas. It's not as simple as cosplay or mascotting, where you play a character. It's closer to your identity. It's like a version of you, one that you want to bring out, and your persona acts as a vehicle to accomplish that. That's not to say personas can't be extravagant, bigger than life characters, but I thought they all were, and that's not necessarily the case. I realize now, in a way, my box head is like a Sona, but I'm not a furry. I swear I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. And here are the furry drawings. I think I can reasonably declare that I can draw furries now. I don't know, I don't have any feedback on this. However, we still don't know why I even bothered acquiring this skill. But I'm sure it'll be useful since furries basically run everything. No, seriously, a shocking number of furries are in tech, and our entire modern world is built on tech. I'm convinced furries run the world. They're the real Illuminati. Like, think about it. Would a real Illuminati, a secret ancient shadow organization, be so obvious as to use incredibly high-profiled famous people as the organizational leadership? Nah, they wouldn't be made up of the figureheads, but of the people actually running all the operations. Like, say, all the technology in the world. But you may be wondering, what? You mean this is running the world? Yes, because the idea is so absurd that you even doubt it when it's brought up. The last group of people you'd expect to run the world is furries. because no one takes them seriously, which gives them all the power to do whatever they want. It's brilliant. Sir, we have a double homicide. Here's the suspect. Someone got killed by that? No way. It must be someone else. I agree, sir. It's the perfect cover. But this theory is no mere speculation. No. Furries have been in power since the dawn of human civilization. Ancient shamans and tribal leaders, they wore animal-based headdresses, aka ancient furry masks. Medieval civilizations in Europe and Asia, they both used symbology involving animals, coat of arms with lions, furry. The Chinese emperor and empress being referred to as a dragon and phoenix. Hello? That conspiracy where the rich and powerful are all lizard people? They're just scalies. Everything has been run by furries all along, and you never realized it. And that's why I'm learning how to draw furries. Because I need to be valuable for when the furry fascists begin Project World Furrification and the furrer makes the world furry again. And the day is coming soon. They've already invaded all the children's cartoons with furry characters to brainwash the youths. They're grooming our kids to start grooming. Hi. Welcome to the black screen monologue, the most sane part of this video. Well, actually, it's not going to be a black screen because I like to use screenshots for my thumbnails, and as you probably noticed, there was no Mona Lisa furry drawing in the video, so instead of a black screen, we're going to watch a time-lapse of me drawing essentially Nala from Lion King as the Mona Lisa, right? Now, I always wanted to do a Mona Lisa study, and this seemed funny, so, you know, two birds, one cup, stone. So, why Nala? Well, Mona Lisa's colors were really yellow shifted. I'm not sure if it was originally like that or it changed over time, but anyway, what's a yellow animal? A lioness. And it works pretty well, I think. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about this video. This video was a bit unhinged. I had a bunch of random ideas and I kind of just Frankenstein monstered them together. Hopefully you enjoyed the zaniness. The next one will be more hinged. This video also ended up taking way longer than I expected. I planned to have it done in October. It's now November. I completely underestimated how much time it would take me to learn how to draw furries and finish all the prompts. I do have all the drawings like recorded with commentary, so I don't know if you're interested in seeing essentially a longer version of this monologue and more focused on drawing, comment below. I might edit it down and post it on the second channel. But yeah, one last thing I found pretty funny. 1 week after the Duolingo video, Duolingo rebalanced XP gains, so like lessons gave more XP and cheesy grindy methods gave less, which addresses one of my complaints in the video. So did Duolingo do this update because of a 7,000 viewed video made by a random nobody? Probably not. Am I gonna take credit for it anyway? You bet your butt I am.